Hey, what's up? This is Ryan Downey, West Coast editor for Alternative Press, here at Riot Fest with this dude. We just found these guys sitting around at catering, so we thought we'd ask them about their day at Riot Fest, what bands they're looking forward to seeing. Hi.
Hi, man.
What's your name?
Roberto. Mi nombre es Roberto. Roberto es muy bonita.
Ooh. Muy bien, muy bien. So I was thinking earlier, the first time I think I ever talked to you in an interview setting, and it was like 2002, Warped Tour. Being in something like Riot Fest 100 years later, it just got me thinking about how much like festival culture has changed since then. I would love to hear from your perspective, having done festivals all around the world.
I guess there's a huge difference in the European festivals are very established and like 180,000 people show up, so it's just unbelievable. The state of festivals in the United States are kind of, I feel like, caught in between like a cool idea and a corporate mess.
It's been commercialized much more than it was. You know, it's like instead of, you know, it's just a lifestyle branding thing. It's just like what, I mean, Warped Tour was ahead of the curve with taking sponsors and taking punk rock lifestyle and putting it together. And, you know, it's grown more mainstream, but, you know, you have this fest and that fest and this sponsor and extreme this and, you know, it's kind of worked itself into social branding or, you know, social society and that kind of a thing. You can see it, but,
yeah, lifestyle marketing is bullshit. They're taking everything that's cool about people's lives and then like selling it back to them for lots of money.
And you guys probably see quite a bit touring so much that you used to be able to go on tour and be in a different city and be like, oh, I'm in a different city. Yeah, this is this city and its unique identity. Now you go and you see the same Walmart, the same Target, the same strip malls.
Carbon copies of big business. Cities look like, yeah, it's little towns look the exact same. I mean, if you got a mall, you're looking at the exact same stuff. It's a pretty interesting world we're going to come into. I think that there's a huge movement of supporting local business that's kind of coming back. So hopefully we can figure it out and stop these monsters like Target and Walmart.
Have you heard much about you guys should play it actually, the Global Citizen Festival in Central Park? It's free to attend, but in order to get in, the price of admission is basically, there's this app where you accumulate points and you have to get to a certain number of points to go to the show, and you accumulate points by doing individual acts of activism. So sometimes it's as simple as like you get like 5 points if you watch this video about factory farming or something. Then you get 100 points if you go work in the soup kitchen, and it's just like, I think the more that we can steer the culture towards things like that, and the more that the sort of bigger known acts can get involved in helping things like that, I think the better off.
Yeah, you see it becoming more, I mean, more popular, you know, in Miley Cyrus is trying to help out homeless people, and if philanthropy is becoming the next big thing, then we're in a pretty good place.
Yeah, well, you guys took this last record much more control over it than you've ever had of your recorded music side of your career. What have been the pluses and minuses of that now that you're a ways into the album cycle?
We made a real selfless record, and it's not really about our puny little first world problems. It's about the bigger picture of what's going on in the world, and I think that Revolution is about that knowledge that helps us shift the world in our favor.
What's the most important thing someone can do that wants to go in a positive direction and is like, I want to take a step forward, what do I do first?
There's lots of really cool things you can do. Democracy Now! On the internet is a perfectly unbiased source for news. Get online, check out the ACLU. It's a really, really cool American Civil Liberties Union, and there's people all over the streets. You can sign up with them. There's lots of really cool opportunities, and maybe find a person you trust. Noam Chomsky always tells the truth, and he's constantly telling you about other journalists, other intellectuals who are telling the truth. And with the amount of information out there, it can be tricky, but we're all human beings, and I think that we are born with a great sense of a great bullshit meter. Just like when you see a band on stage that wants to be famous and rich, like we see that right away, being like, that's bullshit.
You know, I was going to ask you about your new video, but people can just go watch their new video, which you guys put out just a week or so ago, right?
4 days ago, yeah.
Days, yeah.
Yeah, check it out. New video for Revolution.
Awesome. Well, these guys are going to go play, and we're going to go watch them. I'll see you in the pit.
See you in the pit.
All right, thanks, guys.
This is the end.